Tattooing is one of the best and most rewarding jobs for those who are artists and likes tattoos, but like any other jobs, there's always going to be the positive and the negative side to it. What's up everybody, my name is Leon Johnson, aka Sleeping Ghoul, and I'm a tattoo artist in Brisbane, Australia. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and the cons of being a tattoo artist. I'm going to start this off positive and first talk about the pros of being a tattoo artist. The first is the most obvious and the best part of it, which is you get to make a living off your passion being an artist. You get to draw and design every day that people will pay you good money for to put on their body. So making a living as an artist isn't the easiest thing, and there are many jobs out there that allow you to do this without having like a huge following or an advanced degree or something like that. And also because your job is to create art pretty much every day, your creativity and skills will continue to grow, and you will continue to learn and grow as long as you do this job. People will like your art enough to get it permanently tattooed on their body, and that is always going to be a rewarding and amazing feeling. Your art is permanently on someone's body and it basically becomes like a living art. There's also going to be a feeling of a connection with the client in some sort of way, like you both like the same style of art and tattoos, or the representation and the meaning of the tattoo. Tattooing is a process of sharing the love of art with the client and sharing a connection and trust between the two of you. This job comes with a great amount of freedom. You are in a way your own boss, and you can choose who you take on as clients, when and how much you want to work, once a week or every single day, whether it's in the morning or midnight, it's all up to you. This does depend on the shop you're working in, and it's obviously got to be reasonable. If you're making like $100 a week for the shop, then you're probably not going to be able to stay there for long. But this job does give you a great amount of freedom, unlike a 9 to 5 with an annoying boss. You can make a lot of money being a tattoo artist. There's a potential for you to make more than like doctors. From my knowledge, on average, tattoo artists will charge like $800 to $1,200 for a full day rate. So let's say you do $1,000 for a full day. You do that 5 days a week, that's $5,000. And usually you take home about 70% of that. And depending on the shop, there's usually a cap at like $1,000 that you have to give them, or less than that. So that's at least $4,000 that you're taking home. And you could make even more than that if you charge more or do more tattoos. And now I will talk about the cons of being a tattoo artist. As much as being a tattoo artist is awesome, there are negative sides to it. You don't always get to do what you want to do until you get enough clientele that you can do what you want to do. You'll probably find yourself doing a bunch of tattoos you hate doing so that you can earn some money and pay the bills. You might find yourself doing a bunch of designs and putting it up as available, but no one gets it. And this can get frustrating, especially if you're trying to develop your own style. There are times that you're going to have to deal with difficult customers as well, like the types that are always late, doesn't listen to your professional advice, or doesn't respect your boundaries, or never make up their mind, or whatever else. Having a difficult customer can frustrate you, and it can also stress you out when you tattoo them as well. With these types of customers and situations, you just have to going to be as professional as you can. So just because this job does come with freedom, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to have freedom. This job is more than just tattooing. There's needing to communicate with multiple clients about things like inquiries or bookings, keeping on top of designing for clients, keeping on top of supplies that you need, and social media and all that stuff. So pretty much everything else that comes with tattooing and the business side of it is all done by you, and most of these things are done pretty much outside of tattooing or shop hours. So some days you might find yourself tattooing for like 8 hours or something, then go home and you still have to design for like another few hours and do messages or whatever else that you have to do. Or you have a day off, but you still need to keep on top of messages and upcoming designs or whatever. So as much as this job comes with freedom, it also can take away your freedom as well. So like I said before about being able to make a lot of money, you could also make little to no money at all. Tattoo artists gets paid per tattoos that they do, so if you got no work, you won't be able to make any money. And I think this is the biggest negative side to this job. This isn't the type of job where it's ever financially stable. So you might find yourself having to scrape the packet of your 2-minute noodles because you can't afford anything. So cancellations happen all the time, and there's something that we call the slow season, which is usually before tax time or after holidays, like Christmas holidays when people are broke. And during this time, it becomes a lot slower for every artist, or most artists anyways. When things like the cost of living goes up as well, it becomes a lot slower, because when things like this happen, people don't get tattoos because, for one, tattoos are expensive and it's not a necessity. There's also a lot of competition in this industry with it is becoming a bit more oversaturated with more and more shops and artists emerging. As much as the negative side of being a tattoo artist can become very stressful and overwhelming at times, the reward is always much greater, and I definitely wouldn't give it up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and please like and subscribe and all that.